Okay, so I have Bayo and Zubai of Pledge 51. You guys are startup founders and have been making your waves in the space. So far, so good with things like Downfall and some other things like the Constitution app.
Yes.
So, can you just give us personally as developers, what has 2012 been like for you guys?
Well, developers or startup entrepreneurs?
Developers don't startup entrepreneurs.
Oh, well, we do a bit of both. So,
Okay.
2012 has been a very interesting year. We came together in 2011, but we didn't incorporate until this year, and that was, I think, January,
Yeah.
February-ish. And so it's been a really, really exciting year, and we've been able to see a lot of ideas, that we drew out on paper turn into reality. And it just means that, we're further along now than we were looking back, and so with that, 2013 is going to be a much more exciting year because we've only just begun.
Okay, Zuba?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think 2012 has been a year for us, a year of lessons, if you will, because there's a lot of difference from what you learn either from school or what you learn from reading articles online, and and living in the reality. For us, as he said, we've been through different iterations of our business, and we've realized that it's not always the same as you plan until you actually do it. I mean, I think I remember somebody saying, I don't know if it was Mike Tyson now, that everybody has a plan until you get hit in the face. So I think that was what 2012 was for us. We learned a lot of lessons. So, but we're very optimistic that 2013 will be much better. It's been very fantastic. It's one of the things that we've thought about, and we were able to execute successfully. So for us, it was a big success. It was a big success, even though we would have hoped that it was the success. Yeah, it's a bigger one. I mean, just to put things in perspective, before back in 2011. That same app has been there basically because we're going through different iterations, and we realized there's certain strategy that we ought to do, and after we implemented that, we saw a lot of increase in terms of download, which kind of like brought the whole Downfall into limelight, and since then, pretty much everywhere you go, at least amongst the youth, if you ask about Downfall, somebody will say, "Oh yeah, is it that game?" That kind of thing. So,
do you have any numbers on it right now? Like as of today, number of downloads?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. The last we checked was about over 300,000 downloads,
Okay.
and it's increasing, and we look forward to doing for other versions, because at the moment it's pretty much feature phones and Nokia feature phones. So we look forward to doing for other brands of phones as well.
It's very exciting for us, really. When you talk about the Constitution app, the story. Zubair, developed the app in 2011, and the numbers were significant, especially during the elections.
Okay.
And via the CC Hub, we're able to secure a grant, during a tech in governance event, and Indigo Trust came in to support. And what they wanted specifically was to expand it to other platforms. He'd done it for BlackBerry, so the target was to hit feature phones, Android, and BlackBerry and iOS.
Okay.
So when you talk about the downloads and someone having it on their phone, the one from the Occupy protest was the old version. Unfortunately, at that point in time, we're still developing. The version 2 was still in development.
Okay.
But after we released it, the version 2 has done about 3 or 4 times number of downloads as the older version.
I mean, absolutely, and I think that it's not even 2012. I think this has been happening somehow in the background before. That's how come the likes of Eskimi, which is the Facebook for feature phones, if you will have 7 million, and say half of their members are from Nigeria, or the numbers that Opera Mini once reported in their state of the web, which says that Nigeria ranked third from the people that actually access the web.
Yeah.
So this demand has been there. It's still there, and I think I can say with some authority that I'm not sure the supply is meeting the demand just yet.
Okay.
But there is interest. I see that a lot of people want to start developing applications for the market. However, I still think that people are not yet developing for the masses, which is in the area of the feature phones. And I think I still see a lot of people develop for smartphones. But I mean, I'm not castigating anybody. It depends on the market, it depends on who you're targeting. But if you're looking at the entire Nigerian, the mass population, or the large chunk of the market share, you need to be developing for feature phones. So yes, indeed, there is the demand, but also the supply has to meet the demand somehow. And I think that it's a gradual process.
So a lot of opportunities for developers to actually step up.
Exactly.
So I think 2013 is going to be an exciting year. From what we've seen, there are a lot of interested players or interesting players in this market, and there are a lot of foreign interests that have shown, that have expressed, serious, interest in this market.
Alright.
So once you see all of that, it seems like the factors of the equation to getting an innovation ecosystem running are coming into place, and so that for us sounds very, very, very exciting. We've had a couple of visits, we've had a couple of chats, and all of this is accumulating. We just know it's a matter of time, and all we need is one or two companies to show the way to at least successfully take off within this market, and then you will see so much more activity. Nigeria is very key when it comes to Africa, not just West Africa, the whole of Africa, and whatever can be done successfully here can be replicated everywhere else, and also has a strong tendency of spreading everywhere else. Because of that, we are very, very key to any organization, any individual, or any investor that wants to start putting money in Africa. So we expect a lot of interesting things to happen from there. For us, 2013 is just full of expectation, and yeah, you will see much more. Unfortunately, I can't tell you too much, but we're going to expand in terms of our applications, our releases. We're going to do a lot more in our portfolio. One of the things we're also working on in 2012 is 2013, sorry, is to expand the options. We realize that one of the challenges when you talk about mobile applications is that a lot of developers don't see a clear route to monetization. So that's we've tested several aspects of the market.
Okay.
First of all, we've tested demand for corporate organizations that want to reach out to a specific market segment.
Okay.
We've also tested demand for local applications in that market segment.
Okay.
So one of the key pieces of the equation you need to resolve right now is monetization, and we have major plans to do that early part of next year. Once we're done with that, then it becomes easier to start scaling up and releasing a lot more applications. So get ready, just tighten your seatbelts. You'll be seeing a lot more from us in the coming year.
Thank you very much, Bayo and Zubair. We're looking forward to seeing what you have. And as you said it takes one or two companies to lead the way, and we're hoping Pledge 51 is one of those two. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you around.
Okay, thank you.